So today I'm just leaving the village of Murton, and you see the red flag over there. The other side of the wall that runs there, you get shot. So I had to look at the map properly. Murton Pike is fine. So I'm going to head up the path below the crags here and then up to Murton Pike. Just because it's my new area, and I want to see what it's like, and if I feel like it, I'm going to walk all the way round to the side of Hike Up Nick and back down to the house. But mostly this is just to see what Murton Pike's like and get a view across this bit of the Pennines. Now I know further down the A66 it's very barren and moor-like, but at the top, this area of the Eden Valley, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So just got a little bit of height, and we can see up there is Blencathra and Skiddaw, the big lump in the distance, and then you go into the Northern Lakes. And yeah, and then down here you've got the owl gills over there. The amount of time we've had up here the last month or so, a couple of weeks worth, this is the most cloud I've seen, so it's been good weather to explore. Super easy. There's a few tracks branch off, which are obviously people's direct ascents to the summit, but I'm going to follow this. Oh, I've forgotten what crag head is it? Anyway, this path goes all the way up, but then there's a fork back to the summit of Murton Pike, which is what I'm going to do, and then I'll make my mind up whether I want to do more or just walk down a different way and then walk back along the road. I want to go around towards Hike Up. Weather's good, great view. Yeah, both Murton and Dufton, they're very conical little peaks. Look forward to going over to Dufton Pike soon, but we'll get onto this one first. So I plan to go up there, have a sit down for a minute, and then just across, and then work out what route I'm going to do back down to Keighley. I'd love to look at all the mines as well, really. Very interesting. Woo! Beautiful. So let's Hike Up Nick in there. So I plan to walk up, across, and then I'll decide what to do, whether I go round Hike Up or whether I come down that edge to, I'll see you there in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. One could think the Pennines are rather boring. I've sort of avoided them really over the years, but there's something very, very beautiful about them. I think mostly because I've got this weather, because it's pretty grim up here a lot. I mean, I've driven past here loads of times up the A66, and it's sort of cloud from the top of the roof, so I know this isn't the norm. For that last push, I suppose it's just the change in gradient, a bit steeper all of a sudden, but here we are at the summit. Murton Pike over there. Yeah, great. And here's the top. Whew. Now that is a nice hilltop. Whew. Wonderful. Right, little sit down and drinkies, I think. Beautiful summit. It's typical though, we get the drone up. Yeah, you notice it was quite a short clip, because two ladies came up with their dogs, and although I'm 100% legal and know the rules, I don't fly with people nearby unless I have to, because I know some people don't like it. What's the time? Yeah, I'm going to walk up over the top. I might come down, because I'm not going to do it very well. I might go across the top. I might come down this one onto the I've got to remember the name. I can't remember the names of any of these things. There's a flat edge here with some crags. I think it is something crag, and a path that goes down to where I want to be. So I'll probably do that one. Just get up here. That'll be a nice easy jaunt up onto the top, cross and down. There's the pipe. Good up there, it's worth a trip. Nice easy one from the car park. A little steep at the end. A lovely picnic place for sure. Just a couple of feet left. It's just open space heaven, isn't it? Yeah. That's south. And there's Murton Pike, where I've come from. Just about to see Murton Pike sticking up over there. This valley is high up Nick, obviously. You little lamb. Hello, lamb. Yeah, so Murton Pike was $5.94. I'm going across Murton Fell now, and I'm going to take the path up to the side of High Cup, which is going to be High Cup Scar, and then I'm going to come back down. That's High Cup Scar over there, and then I'm going to come back down this edge, and this crag here, because I keep forgetting. this crag here is Middle Tongue Crag, which is only about 440 metres. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've done Murton Pike. I'm going to go up to the side of High Cup for the views onto High Cup Scar, and then back down to Middle Tongue Crag. Join the path that goes down High Cup Gill onto the road. So that's my final plan. That is actually what I've decided to do. It's good to be able to just make it up as you go along. In the clear weather, it's easy to do that. It's a bit harder to sort of wing it when you're in the clag. You really need to know where you're going. But I can see everything today, and navigation's pretty easy. I've got the map on my phone. I've also got the paper map and the compass in my bag. There's so much history here. There's so many little mines and things named after people. It's very interesting. At some point I might be able to commit some of that to memory. If you do come up here in rough weather, there's lots of shelters. There's this one here. There was a load along the top up there, so I suppose you could at least get away from any sideways business for a while if you wanted to rest. We wouldn't want to fall in there, blimey. I bet that's a bit a bit sinky. Anyway, what I was putting the camera on for, I'm not quite at the top. It blows my mind. These places, you've got right top of the fells like Pillar in the Lake District, and well, all of them really. And then up here, the size of these walls and the man hours to build these walls. I mean, that's when men were men. Woo! And some of the steep slopes in the Lake District, it's like 50-60 degrees and there's a stone wall going up it. It's mind blowing. Anyway, there is the little cairn up there. We'll head for that, see if we get a view. I know I'm always saying, right, that's it, that's the plan, but depending on the view, I'm thinking I might even go round to the head of High Cup Nick and then just come down the gully. Waffle. Nearly there though. Top plateau, south side of High Cup Nick. So I came here a while back and I scrambled the short gully down there, and it was quite a nice little easy scramble, couple of steps in it. It makes me wonder about this the second one that I saw on my High Cup video. I pointed it out. It's got a name, I forget it. But it's like twice as long, so I'm gonna have to have a look at that at some point. There's the route back normally over the shelf over the other side. I'm going to walk to the end. I'm not going to go down from here. I'm going to walk to the end of High Cup Nick and come down the gully, come down the gill, because I'm halfway along and it's beautiful up here. So good. I see there's looks like some stone beacons on the high point over there. Interesting. Lower path down there. I did that and then cut down the first time I came. Today I'm going to do the top to the end. It's a wonderful valley, wonderful. I keep saying beautiful, so I'm trying to mix my words up. High Cup is a stunning place. So there's the end of High Cup Nick there. Just going to go down here, round, and we'll see what it looks like down there today. What a view! Woo! Oh, just dropping down there onto the front of High Cup Nick. Over there, I can see wild horses. I thought they were supposed to be quite rare to see. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. But there's wild horses over there. I'll try and zoom in a little bit. Blimey, there's actually people here. They must have been sitting here having a rest, unless they've just come up. I think they've just come up the valley, because they're just sitting down. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the head wall. Wow, it's gorgeous. I've seen some wild camp pictures here on these little flat bits. Looks awesome. So that's a good place to pitch your tent. Let's go around there. Well, second time I've been here and it's no less awesome. So we go down the steps down here and we go straight down the valley floor. All done. Let's have a sit down, have a drink. Well, it's time to leave Hike Up Nick again, and yeah, I'll show you the exit. You can either come down the gill, down the boulders here, or you can go down, it's like a scrambly path down there. So that's the one I'll take, and straight down. So let's go and do that. And there it goes, just into a path, down to the boulders and then the grass. So I'll see you when we're on the grass and say goodbye. Well, I'm out of the wind now and on my way down. So thanks for joining me again. I know we've been to Hike Up Nick before, but Murton Pike was good and it was a different route up to Hike Up Nick. If you're sort of planning going, you can see the different ways now. So last time I came up basically this way, and I went down over the top there, and then today I came up over the top there. So what with both the videos, you get a good idea what it's like and which one. What would I do again? Windy day, probably come up the middle here, because at least you get the first half a bit easy. But any good day, definitely the top edges. I think I preferred the one from Murton. It's an easy walk up from the car park at Murton, and you don't have to do Murton Pike first. Bypass it. Murton Pike's got quite a steep bit, so if you did that as well, just elongates it a bit, but it didn't take me too long. And then the very top path, fantastic. Yeah, so there you go. That's Hike Up Nick in depth ish. There's a lot to do here, lots to explore. If you want to start going off the paths and stuff, or do different paths, there's plenty of ways, because there's a path that takes just below the top as well on that side, and obviously I've not been to the very top on that side either, so there's plenty left. But because I've been down here before, I shall probably wrap the video up and just say see you later. See that little hill over there? I've got to go over that down to the farm. If you can see on that little hill, there's a little black mark as my rucksack, because some twit got all the way nearly to the farm and realised that they didn't have their camera with them, so he's had to hot foot it back along the track, and now we've got to go over the little hill again.